This is the last trading day of our week. We only trade 3 days per week, and typically each session is about 30 minutes per session. So for all new members that have just joined us, we trade live, live 3 days a week, and we show every live trade, all management and everything to do with the account. We try to keep everything right here under the subscription service with nothing offline. Full transparency is our goal. Yeah, documenting everything and everything put on the subscription area that you are members of. Or perhaps not, because today's YouTube day, I must mention. So yes, we are live on our platform at Trade Social, don't get me wrong, but also we are archiving this on YouTube. This will arrive just a bit later, which is only fair, as subscribers should get content first. But yeah, this will be open to YouTube as well. And of course, I'll plug there to say if you want to learn more about everything we're talking about today and everything we're covering, then please go ahead and find the link to the TS platform, where you'll find our courses there, where you'll find our subscription service, and much, much more. A lot of archived content as well for our trading days. Okay, quick disclaimer then. Let's get this out the way quickly. So disclaimer to say that today and all videos that you see us in at Trade Social, it's not financial advice that we're giving. We are an educational company, and everything that we're covering is for educational purposes only. And I must tell people to have their own trading strategy, their own trading plan, understand what you're doing, get educated as the first and foremost. Do not copy anyone else. Don't copy alert services. Become your own independent trader. That's first and foremost. And secondly, of course, I have to plug and have to say that we have our own courses. So go ahead and find our courses on our platform, and you'll get some previews. You get some free lessons there as well, and you'll find out exactly what we teach. A lot of theory from the beginning levels all the way through to teaching exactly what you're going to see here today. So without further ado, let's try and update ourselves with the account. Let's check participants. Let's just give everybody a moment. I don't like to rush too quickly into things. People do like to follow this live. It's probably the fastest way for them to see management, see what we do, and then make their own ideas for their trade, their own decisions. So just waiting a couple more beats for the participants to come in. Great to see some familiar faces as always. It's nice to have a general kind of community that do enjoy these lives and do come back. We're starting to grow this, which is really, really exciting. We have the chat over here as well. So if there's any burning questions, then please pop it in the chat as we go through today's live. If I miss things, then I always pause at the end. So don't worry, I will. It is worth asking me something. If I miss you, I'll get to you at the end. So without further ado then, let's jump into it. The account trading log is where we always begin. Let's start with an update then for the month. Last time we touched base was only yesterday, so there's not really a lot to cover in terms of updates. Net liquid, that's taken from the end of last month, actually, 22K. We've withdrawn a bit of money by now, but we just we don't update the net liquid on this gold page every single day. So yeah, net liquid, that's fine. This is the goals tab. By the way, trade log, this is available under this subscription service. If you sign up, you'll then get a downloadable copy of this. It's a fantastic way to log your trade like a business, trade professionally, and of course, you can learn everything or learn a lot about management and how we use this, because we're real traders, very experienced traders, and yeah, we use trade logs, and you'll see us and how to use this day in, day out. So yeah, today and other days and everything in the archive, you'll very soon become very familiar. So if we move down here to open trades, 10 trades open at the moment, 9 of which are the regular bread and butter, which is our MES 112s, and we have 1 hedge on. We're hedging 3% of our net liquid. Yeah, and more about that when we get to the live section of today's closed trades. We've closed 3 trades for the month. Our goal is between 3 and 4 trades. It's actually 3.6 trades. That's what our strategy builder has recommended and given us for us to hit our goals, our monthly target, which is 2% profit monthly. However, we did so well closing these trades. We made over average gains. And let's flick to the dashboard tab and let's see how well our month is going. So our first week we closed $459, second week $373. This week so far we haven't had to close anything, and we've hit our target of 2%. We've smashed that, and we're currently at 3.78%. You can see that here. I'll highlight that for everyone to see over here. And that total in dollars is $832 profit for the month. And we've only been trading, as you can see, we had 2 days trading first week. Second week, we did our usual 3 days. And this is the 3rd day this week. So after today's session's done, that's how many? 3, 6, 7, 8 days of trading to make $832 for the month. Typically with our sessions lasting only about 30 minutes a day when we do trade. So for the amount of time I think that we put into this, it's a great reward. It's a great profit turnover. So yeah, that's the month of July and how it's going. I think we're going to be closing more trades today actually, because I've just had a little look at our delta. It might be a bit too high, but yeah, let's get into the live trading section of today as quick as possible. I just wanted to show off July a little bit and also just introduce, because I know we've got some new people following and new people that are going to pick this up once it gets archived as well. So it's good just to spend a bit of time on the update. Anything I've missed, check out the archive video yesterday, as we update daily. We've talked this week already about this section here, but it's a fantastic section of the trade log where you can calculate your goal for the month and then you can see how you are doing. So this is how we are doing this section here. We've just put in our current closed profit, $832. And our goal here will be 2%. That's generated. So $440 was our goal. And we have exceeded our goal. So the difference is plus $392. Really good. Total 16% we've made return already for the year. Which is really good. Really healthy stuff. I'll leave everything else for another time. By the way, just to say, we have fantastic setup videos that we're starting to upload to our member side. And so we've got things like trade log, tips and tricks, FAQs, and just general help for how to use this trade log. If you haven't seen it already, go ahead to over to the platform where you'll see us updating these videos and uploading it, as we're trying to build much more of a library to help you guys with just FAQ setup questions. It's much easier just to do video lessons. Yeah, go ahead and check it out. The setup tab. Yeah, it's starting to grow. Closed trades then for the month looks like this. We've been trading this year only for 1, 2, 3.5 months. And we have generated $3,221, which has been fantastic for this amount of time we've been trading. And every month, we're typically trading only around 12 days maximum. 12 sessions, I should say, not even days. We are not day traders. We are income traders. Our sessions are typically only 30 minutes a day when we do trade. So bear that in mind. For the results we're getting, well worth our time. All right, that's enough of me with that. Let's go over to the live section of our session today. Let's go over to the account. Oh, I'm missing something actually. Let's punch in. I almost missed this yesterday's session as well. Back to the dashboard, everyone. First thing I've missed, we need to punch in our net liquid and theta. I've seen we have a question. Let's just see if there's anything happening here. Jack Stevenson, hello, my friend, an OG of Trade Social, one of the first joiners to support us. Hello, sir. Hope you are well. Slightly off-piece question from Jack. But do you have to pay UK taxes on your withdrawals? So first thing to disclaim, because as this video is going live recorded to all of our accounts, and there are fantastic AI robots now that seem to be picking up on us, we have to disclaim that we're not giving out financial advice, educational information that I'm only giving out, so please take everything with a pinch of salt. So I can only recommend. So personally, what I'm doing, and well, I'm a professional trader, and so for me, this is my profession. So yes, I'm paying taxes at my address, so UK taxes, yes. So withdrawal to my account, you're doing your tax returns, and this is my my income that I've claimed, that I've recorded. Okay, so to say. However, if this is a side hustle, if you can prove this is not your first income, then absolutely you have tax benefits. You have a allowance. I don't know what the allowance is right now. It's probably somewhere around 10 to 15,000, somewhere in that range. So you've got a fair little window to play with, which you won't have to pay tax on. So it's it's allowed, right? So go and speak to your tax advisor or your accountant, or find forums online where you can research those exact keywords. What is your allowance? So find that out. And no, you shouldn't have to be paying US taxes. I know we're trading in dollars, so US taxes shouldn't be paid. We don't own stock either. And when you're withdrawing money back, I think if you're under your allowance, UK taxes shouldn't be paid on your financial gains. Hope that helps. Hope that gives you a couple of ideas. If you're still with us, Jack, give us a response or a thumbs up or something, to see if that can push you in the right direction, my friend. Direct message me as well, because I can give you more information as well on that. If this is an FAQ, actually, if this comes up more, great, thanks, Jack. You're welcome. Then we can put that in an FAQ. I'll talk to Sophie as well and see if she's getting that question regularly too. Cheers for the question, mate, and good to hear from you. And as always, let's create community here. So I'm so open to going off piece with this. This is our live session. Q&A sessions to come as well. If we get more of a community, then there will actually be one in the diary weekly. Okay, so moving on, because I like to try and keep these sessions to a I don't know, 40-minute time cap, 35-minute time cap. Okay, let's look at our delta. We're at a 81 delta, so I can already see that we're out of line on delta. 81, and then we're at a 79 theta. Theta's fantastic right now. Let's just copy some of these down. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, let's go and copy a end of the week line. So control copy. Let's go and paste this in. Let's do this the normal way. I was trying to be cheeky. 18th of July is today. We've got an 81 delta. We've got a 79 theta, which is almost bang on. That's 0.38. We want to get a 0.4. But it's great to see so much theta, because obviously for us, that means time money. As time's moving forward, the other long side of our positions is losing out. And we are winning on our theta side, so it's great to have more of that income arm, I suppose. That theta profits. What's our net liquid then? 2282. BP usage. 15,468. 15,468. Okay. That puts our BP really high, 76. Okay, that's an alert flag there. We need to reduce BP usage. What you've got to do with tastytrade sometimes, if you're getting a high reading like that, is there's a capital requirement, a cap rec area, and you can just refresh your net liquid. It's now gone down to 62.6. Yeah, that is where it should be. Sometimes it just doesn't refresh, and it can get kind of caught. Tastytrade acknowledge they have a bit of an issue with their BP, basically. So let's keep on top of that. So this is 12,661. Yeah, there you go. 12,661. 62.4. Okay, we're still out of line. I like to be around 55, 60, or let's say between 50 and 60 BPUs. We don't want to keep, we're traders, so we want our cash to be risked. We want it to be used. We don't want cash sitting there, okay? So it's good to be around 60%, 50% or something. But 60 is the ceiling. So how do we reduce our BP? We're going to have to look at taking some cash off. And so if we don't like being at 62, if we find that too risky, and quite plainly put, our rule mechanically is 60 is the ceiling. So we're over by 2.4%. Today, that means we're going to have to take a position off. Let's find our most profitable position in a moment, and then we'll reduce BP. And theta's great. Our delta is a bit too long as well. So by taking position off, that's going to help reduce our delta. What I'm just doing right here, and you'll see me do this every trading session, once I put my numbers into this section, and I see my delta, theta, BP usage, these three indicators, if you like, these three metrics, they set me up with my trading plan for the day, basically. And then I'll revert back to my rules, and that between the two, I can figure out what do I do right now, okay? And you can figure out exactly what you do right now. How do you manage your account? And it should just be completely mechanical. So yeah, that gives us the plan. I'd say we're ready to go live now, although we copy this, remember? So that we just have to make sure we don't, whenever you copy lines or copy rows across, I copied this row here, and what came across too was the daily realized. I hope that makes sense. So I had to just put a 0 back in that column for now anyway. So that's brought our profit and loss back to 832. Okay, let's go and do some maintenance on the open positions. I'm going to stop sharing my log, and let's go and open the window for the account. Here we go. Okay, great. And yeah, let's do some maintenance, and then we'll look at taking a position off, I guess, reducing the BP. Okay, first thing I do then, let's just go back to let's see if there's any questions. Nope, no one's asking questions. Just got to keep on top of that maintenance for the platform. And also, yeah, everyone can see my screen. Okay, let's get into it. Live trading for the day then. How's our portfolio? How are the individual positions? We know how the overall portfolio is. How are these individuals? So what I like to do is open up with this arrow. It's going to show us everything individually. And I then like to come over here and make sure this arrow, keep clicking it until we get a down arrow, which is going to show us whoops, wrong column. Sorry, forget what I just said. The DTE is what we want. So DTE going up. We want to see what is expiring next, so we can bring it to our attention. For example, we have 1 day until this vertical needs to come off. Okay, we already knew that because that's the first thing we did at the beginning of the week. This has got an order to close. It's already about 100% loss anyway. This is our insurance part of our trading strategy. We expect to lose and hand some money back with this. It's just the nature of the way that we trade. And to be honest, it's a very professional way of trading, a ratio trading, for example. So we expect to lose. We don't mind losing. We've already made around $250 to $300 on this trade. The order isn't likely to get filled because we're at near 100% loss on the trade. So that's fine. All it means negatively is that it's going to have to go through the clearinghouse, which might cost us $1 to close a trade. I can live with that. That's absolutely fine. This is the realities, right, of trading. You're not going to hear a lot of people talking about these kind of details. Yeah, we like to cover everything, like I said at the beginning of this session. We like to, well, of course, we like to celebrate the thrills. We like to celebrate the fact that this month of July, we've made over $800 in the account. We're over 3% of, for the month. Plus, we want to show you we want to keep the balanced view. The reality is that we've also taken losses along the way. We hand back money. We're holding losses. So I hope, guys, you can appreciate that we're very transparent here with this. Yeah, moving on. That's going to get taken care of. Next vertical then, expires in 13 days. So we don't need to do anything with that trade just yet. To be honest, we could put in an order to close this actually, because we're not at 100%. I like that idea actually. We can catch this before it has to go to clearinghouse. So let's, without further ado on that, let's close this position, put in an order for it, and let's just go and yeah, see if we can get it filled basically. So where's that gone? Table. All right. Let's do a GTC, review and send. Okay, it's been rejected. Why would that get rejected? Potentially I already have an order in. So I go to my activities tab. Nope, that order is for the July 19s. Let's go back to the positions. That's the July 19. I have an order already for that. I'm actually going to cancel that order because we know that's not going to get filled. So cancel that. Let's clean the sheet. Okay, back to the position that we just tried to close. That's July 31 for reference. 13 days left. So we should be closing this trade for a $44 loss. Right click, close position, full trade. Here we go. This looks a bit better. GTC. Let's see. Okay, that's working. Cool. That's taken care of. Let's see if that can get filled in the next 13 days. Let's look at another vertical then. We have 29 days on this. Let's also go and put in an order to close this full position. This is more likely to get closed soon, actually. Let's put this down there. This might get closed right now. So we had two bells then. What got filled? We just had the GTC August 16. Yeah, that was the third one we tried to close, and then we just have one working. Cool. Okay, so that was this one. You can see it's got zeros contracts there too. All right. So straight away then, August 16, the vertical. I'm going to go and put that in the trading log. I'd like to record that on air actually. So I'm going to wait for the end of the session where I'll go and record trades closed today. That makes the most sense rather than you guys seeing me switch back and forth on the screens. Okay, remind me. We need to put in the trade log the August 16s. We just closed that. And then the rest of these verticals, they're too far away. And I like to keep these natural hedges on as well. These are paid for. We've already profited on the naked put side. So we don't need to do anything with these. Let's let these, we have 29 days to hold that insurance trade. So I'm very happy. By the way, just to plug quickly our theory and our content on Trade Social. Anything that doesn't make sense today or you need more information on, go ahead and check out a course that we have created, a fast track course where we are covering theory of options, so exactly what they are and how to use them and how to understand them. And then we are also talking about the practical side. We're talking about how to build your portfolio and the strategies that we use. And we really go into details and the technicals about exactly how you can do what we're doing here. That course you'll see available over on our platform. Really recommend it for beginners. I think it's a really good quality, really comprehensive course. Yeah, and it supplements really well what you're seeing today in this subscription and in this YouTube. I know that today on Thursdays we go out archived to YouTube. So yeah, really recommend going and checking out that. We give a lot of previews, a lot of freebies away, so you can sort of try before you buy. So go ahead and check that out. Super helpful. Next thing then, let's get down to this 633. So this is our 112 strategy. Let's have a look at how this is doing. I think this is likely the trade we might take off today. So it's been on for 43 days. That's the first thing to note. And in 43 days, we've made $288. Our account size, by the way, is 20K. This is the 20K account that we have a subscription service for. And so in just over a month, we've made $285. And that's just for one position. And this has hardly taken any maintenance at all. We haven't done anything actually, that we just opened this trade and we've been letting theta, delta work for us. That's one trade. And that's more or less unchanged from yesterday's session, I think. Moving down, let's go to, okay, let's just note, this is the SPY trade. go back to the archive videos and you'll see me talking about this in most sessions. So I won't cover too much today on it. This is our insurance trade. This is our hedge. We hedged about 3% of our account. And we expect to lose on this trade. It means that we're winning in other positions. That's how the ratio is going to work. We've got a lot more money that is that's working against this in a ratio. So I'd like to profit on the other risk, to be honest. And then if this can just be a loss, that's the cost of doing business, And then again, in the course that we have, there is a section dedicated to hedging and how to do this or replicate what we've done, how to do this professionally. So we're just sitting on that. 29 days left. There's no decision to be made on that one. Let's move then down past these verticals because they're nowhere near expiration. Let's find the next naked put. So September 30 expiry. How's the naked put looking? We're slightly down in it. We've been in the trade only for 8 days. We have 74 days left on that expiry. There's nothing to do. Slightly down in the trade, 17% down. It's just doing its thing, isn't it? Next trade, let's have a look. Update on another September 30. We've been in this trade for 17 days, and that's at $135 profit or thereabouts. It's just moved. So that's around a 26% profit. So nothing to be done yet. Next one then, October 18 expiry. We're at a nice 74% profit. That's $175 profit for our account. We've had the trade open for 77 days. Is there anything to do on that? By our rules, that's not our profit target, so we shouldn't be closing this. However, what might supersede that is the fact that we need to take BP off the table today. So please let's bookmark that one because that might be the one to close. October 18s, and that's 77 days open. That's quite a long time open. That's over 2 months. It might be about right just to take that one off the table. Moving on, another October 18. We have we've got 61% profit, which I'm not complaining about. Fantastic. That's 70 days open, but it's not hit our profit target yet. How about this October 18? Slightly down in the trade. We've only been in the trade for 8 days, and we're about 19% down. So no reason to panic. It's just doing its thing. How about this November 15? 25% in the trade. That's $179 profit. Again, hasn't hit stop loss, hasn't hit profit target. Theta and Delta just doing its thing. Let's just let that one simmer and wait. Another November 15. More profit in this one, $311 profit, but that is only a 43% winner. So not hit our profit target yet. Another November 15. We are slightly down in this trade by 12%. That's no reason to panic. Let's just let that trade do its thing. And then we have another December 20. Sorry, the first December 20. Got no other yet. That's 4 contracts. We've had the trade open for 21 days. That's a $60 profit. That means 12% to us on that risk. So it hasn't hit our profit target, nowhere near it. Let's just sit on that trade, let it do its thing. Then last trade for today. This is a 6% winner, only been on 15 days. This is another December 20. Again, nothing to do. Let's just let that trade sit there and work for us. So that concludes maintenance then for the current positions. Let's now deal with the BP problem. We have got over 60%. And that's one of our rules that we don't want to risk too much because of reasons like span margin and everything else that we've written in our trading plan. Therefore, what do? We need to take some trading take some risk off the table. So the way I'm going to do this, by my rules, I need to close the trade that's been open for the longest. So the way I do this, I'll go over to this other tab called DS Open, and let's filter by the trades that have been on for the longest. So now we can see a vertical that's been on for 85 days, another vertical, all the way down, and then we have a 633. This has been on for 43 days. and that's a 65% winner, which is fantastic. That's definitely worthy of taking off. However, in the next MES, because we know MES, well, this is the next expiry of MES, let's put it that way. We've got this one we spotted earlier. This is the one we're going to take off. I can already see this is a 75% winner. Trade's been on for over 2 months, like we said earlier. Let's go ahead and get this closed. Let's save time. So this is 2 contracts we're going to try and close now, hopefully for $175. Let's close this position. Yes, we want to close the full position. See how it's jumped to the natural price here? I don't want to pay the natural price straight away. I'd love to save some money. So what we're doing here is we want to do some price discovery. We've got plenty of videos on this. And again, in the course that we offer, we talk about price discovery. We have a section dedicated to portfolio management. Let's see if we can save some money here. So I'm going to come in here at, let's say, the market's moving and the market's very tight. I appreciate that. There's not much between the bid and the ask, but still, if we do this 1,000 times, we're going to save some money. Let's do a GTC. Let's send that in the market. Great. So we've got a field there. We saved near 15, 20 cents, I think. That's 2 contracts, I believe, as well. So saving 30 cents. And that's by the option. So if we've got the option multiplier to take into account, we're probably saving $1 or more, and then times that by 1,000 trades. That's my logic, and that's the beauty of price discovery. So that's done. I think that concludes live trading for the day. Simple as that. Let's go ahead and check out our trading log. So let me stop sharing the brokerage account. I'm now going to open up the trade log again, and let's just wrap up today by punching in, the closed data. Bear with me 1 second. Jack, I've just seen your question, my friend. I will probably handle that at the end of the session. Yeah, okay, I'll handle your question at the end, mate. If you stay to the end, and I will handle that. If anyone else has questions as well, please pop them in. And we're getting to that part of the session where I can handle questions. Let's get this trade log up to date, and then I can handle questions. So let's go ahead to our open trades. Let's put in the closed prices, and then we'll copy them over to the closed section. So we need to go and find that vertical that we closed. So I'm just on another page here, looking at the the activities tab, okay, where I can find my filled prices. That vertical, which was the August 16, it filled for 0.25. So here's the August 16. Here's another August 16. And here's another August 16. So now we got to figure out what the strike prices were. So I'm jumping back now and looking at the sold strike was 4,850. So here it is here. Then we know it's that one here. There's no, we didn't double up on anything. Great. What was the close price then? It was 25 cents. This was quite a large loss. So 0.025. Let's just expand this. There we go. That was about a $44 loss. 45 rounded up. That's fine. Closing date then, if I go and pinch one of these, copy and paste this over. I know this is kind of the boring side of trading, everybody. Just to make that, the elephant in the room there. This is the reality though, and I think hopefully people appreciate that they need to understand this. We do so much work with the trading log, and I think it's how we differentiate ourselves with the live content that we put across. This is the real life trading. Yeah, it's fun to trade live, close profits, maintain everything on the brokerage software. But the reality is to make this a business and to keep track of what you're doing. This is how you make your profit. This is how you run it like a business. Put it that way. So yeah, bear with us with this, and I hope people appreciate this content. So today's date is the 18th. Close date. This is a W. This is a winner. and it's already generated that for me. So here's what we do. With our trading log, we come over here, we insert a row above, Control V. I like to put everything in this green color, and that is the PDS here. We can go and copy a green PDS because that was old. The W, and yeah, that is simple as that. That's the vertical already put in. That's minus 45. So we now need to go back to the dashboard, and for today equals minus 45. That then puts it in brackets, updates everything. So for the week we're down by $45. That's then taken everything off this monthly, which is fine. However, we made some nice profit as well today by reducing our BP. So let's go and also go and attend to that one. So let's go and find that open trade. Delete that row, tidy things up. Okay, going back to trading software now, let's see what we closed. We closed the October 18s, didn't we? And the strike price was 41.00. October 18s, here it is, 41.00. Closing price was a debit 5.95. So minus 5.95. When you get into routine with this, it really does become second nature and becomes very fast. And that's how you can keep your kind of trading sessions down. So winner for this, P&L was $176 profit, sorry. Let's go ahead, Control X. Let's go and put this on top of our last close. Also put that in the beautiful green color. Let's update this. Let's copy this one above. Let's also put a W, sorry. And of course, this was an L for a loss. Don't know why, what was making me think it's a W. We have had a 100% success rate so far for the year. So I guess I'm in the trend of putting in W's, but yeah, that was a small loss. That's fine. And then this was also 7th of July. That's the 7th month, July. $176 winner. So let's go back to dashboard. Let's go and put this in. 176. For the week then, we've made $131 profit and we've taken a small loss. That's pushed up our overall for July to $963 profit. We are now at 4.37% for the month of July, which is fantastic because our goal is to only make 2%. We keep it small, we keep it very realistic. 2% is what we know we can average. However, we do get months like this, and more often than not, where we smash our target. We've made over 4%, and we've made $963 profit. Last thing to do then before we wrap up with questions, let's just go and update our delta and theta. That makes the most sense just to close off our session then. So let's go and refresh everything on the account. Bear with me, just updating. Okay, so let's refresh everything. Capital requirements. Okay, great. Our delta is now down at 75, and our theta is, where's our theta? We took a position off 79. Theta's still at 79. Fine. Net liquid 20,277, more or less the same. BP usage should have come down to, BP usage is now at 1198. Perfect. BP usage has been rescued. That's now below our threshold. Awesome. It's not an exact science. You know, sometimes if this BP, for example, had been over just by a couple of points, we're not then going to go take another trade off. We don't work like that. You know, these, yes, we trade mechanically, but you've got to take this with a slight pinch of salt, you know. However, BP usage, fantastic. Our account is back in line, so really good. Let's just go and wrap up today's session. That concludes the live section. Let's go to the Q&A. Let's see if we get back to Jack's question. I know we've got that much. And let's see if we have any other questions too. So Jack, if you're still with me now, my friend, we're going to handle your question. When a 112 fills as a whole and the activity tab gives you an overall credit, how do you work out how much the credit for the naked put is and the debit? Really great question. And this is definitely going to be a new video content that we need to add to the course and everything, because we found out, and I actually found this out trading with Jack, as Jack is a student at Trade Social and has been with us for many months. Tasty Trade has let us now put on our 112s, our strategy as a whole trade, which is amazing. I think you'd agree, Jack. It's makes our trading sessions faster, right? We haven't got to put on the trade separately and then link it all together. However, now it comes through as one credit, and I understand what Jack's talking about now. Let me just stop sharing and let me go and share the brokerage account, and I'll show you the answer to your question, Jack, and I'll also just show everybody what we're talking about. So firstly, what Jack's talking about is putting on our strategy, naked put plus verticals. It looks like this, okay? This is an 844 here in that filled for a 25 credit, okay? And you can see here, there's the 8 contracts, so that's the ratio there, the 2 part, and then the 1-1, which is now 4 contracts. So there's our ratio, 2 to 1. It's all come in. We can't see what the vertical opened for, okay? So let's go to our September 30s. So remember that was a 5,000 strike price, September 30s, and I'll show you the answer. Bear with me whilst I find it. Here we go. So here's the same trade, on our positions tab. So what you want to look at, Jack, over here, you'll see we have the column called trade price. So up here, can you see we've got trade price? If you can't find that column, we've got great setup videos on Tasty Trade platform where you can see how to change your columns. Over here is your settings tab where you're going to go and find your column settings. Your trade price, there's the 25 that we just saw in the activities tab. And then underneath here, you can see individually. So individually, this is the trading price of the vertical. And then above is the trading price for the naked put. So in the trading log, you're simply going to punch in 14.75 for the naked put, okay, for the 8 contracts. However, slightly harder for the vertical. You now need to put in the credit side, so 50. So you go equals $50 credit, and then you now need to minus 54.50, so the other side. That will give you your debit price for your vertical, okay? Because the verticals are always a debit. They are always hedging against the naked put. Hope that makes sense. Hope that clears it up. Should be fairly simple now. Let's go ahead to the chat, just see if that helped you, Jack. I just closed the put, so it doesn't show this anyway as it is filled. You just closed the put. Okay, so that's Jack, is that the naked put side? So it doesn't show this as it is filled. Maybe you close the naked put. In that case, you would have to go back on your activities. Yes, you've closed naked put. Okay, so what I'd say, Jack, is on your positions tab, you can do what I've just shown you. Then will help you to find your trade price, and then your mark price shows you what you can close it for now. But I'm talking about your trade price, as you can see over on the screen I'm sharing. The naked put, however, you're going to have to go back to look at what you opened it for. Maybe your trading log could help you there. And then you need to go to activities tab to look at the price that you closed it for. So will your activities tab show you the price that you closed? It would have been a debit, right? So hopefully you can find the 2 prices that you need. Just waiting. I'll wait for a moment for you to see if you've got a response. Okay, so Jack's responded that he's got the closing price. All right, give us a thumbs up, Jack, if that handles the question. If not, let me know if I can give you any more information. Hopefully that's solved. Going back to your original question about credit for naked put and then debit for verticals, I have handled that bit, so hopefully you've got enough on that. But yeah, just whilst we wait for Jack's response. Oh, he'll go and investigate it, see what you said, see if we can work it out. Awesome, Jack. I'm also available by direct message. I responded to you today, actually. We're Jack's on the train at the moment. Okay, great. You'll be coming out in and out of signal on the train. No worries. Direct message me, my friend, and we'll talk more off air. Thanks for your questions, as always. Thanks for getting involved. Yeah, closing trades on a train. That's truly like the nature of Trade Social. Cool. Glad you got some signal. Glad you could do it. All right. Thank you, everybody. Let's wrap up there. Get everybody on their way. Today's session has been 46 minutes long. You're very welcome, Jack. Cheers, mate. Safe travels, wherever you're heading to. Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone. As ever, happy trading to everybody. Next time we'll be on for the subscription service. We'll be back on Monday next week. And tomorrow we're live for the Student Share show. Potentially that's going to be with Jack, actually. We're going to touch base with each other. If not, it will be with Sophie, as always. Trade well, everybody. Signing off, and thank you.